Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of our brand new series, where we'll be journeying through the Bible from the first page to the last. We're starting right where it all begins, the book of Genesis. The name Genesis literally means in the beginning, and that's exactly what this book is about, the beginning of everything. It's the foundational text for Judaism and Christianity, shaping the worldview of billions of people throughout history and even today. Whether you've read it 100 times or are opening it for the very first time, there's always something profound to discover. Our goal in this series isn't just to read the words, but to dive deep into their context, their meaning, and what they can teach us about our world and ourselves. So let's get ready to explore the most influential book ever written, starting with its very first powerful words. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. What a powerful opening line. It sets the stage for everything that follows. Before this moment, the text describes the earth as formless and empty, with darkness covering the face of the deep. A vast, unshaped, watery chaos. And hovering over these waters is the Spirit of God. There's a sense of anticipation, of potential, like a painter standing before a blank canvas, ready to create a masterpiece. This initial state of formlessness is crucial. It's the raw material from which God will bring order, beauty, and life. Think about that for a moment. From nothingness, something is about to emerge. This isn't just a story about how the world was made. It's a story about purpose, design, and the power of a divine will to bring light into darkness. And then comes the first divine command, the first spoken words in the Bible. Let there be light. And instantly there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day and the darkness night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. This act is so significant. The first thing God creates is light. Light represents clarity, knowledge, goodness, and life itself. It pushes back the darkness, the chaos. The separation of light and darkness introduces the concept of order and distinction into the universe. It's the very first act of bringing structure to the formless void. The recurring phrase, "And God saw that it was good," is also key. It shows us that what God creates has inherent value and purpose. It's not accidental. It's intentional and good. On the second day, the creation of order continues. God says, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." This vault, or expanse, he called sky. So God separated the water under the expanse from the water above it. This act creates our atmosphere. Imagine the world at this point, a planet of water, now with the sky separating the waters below from the moisture and clouds above. It's another fundamental step in making the world habitable. He's creating distinct realms, the heavens above and the waters below. This process of separation and ordering is a theme that runs through the entire creation account. Each day builds upon the last, preparing the world for the life that is to come. The structure is deliberate, methodical, and filled with purpose. Now we arrive at day 3, a day of double creation. First, God commands, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. And once again, God saw that it was good. For the first time, we have continents and oceans. The stage is now set for life to appear on land. But God doesn't stop there. On the same day, he says, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds. The earth brings forth grass, herbs, and fruit trees." This is an explosion of life. It's not just any life. It's life that can reproduce and sustain itself, according to their kinds. This detail highlights the incredible diversity and sustainability built into the very fabric of creation. The earth is no longer just rock and water. It's becoming a vibrant, green, living world. Day 4 is all about the lights in the sky. God says, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years." So God made 2 great lights, the greater light to govern the day and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. You might be wondering, didn't God create light on day 1? Yes, but this is different. This is about creating the specific celestial bodies, the sun, moon, and stars that will govern time and seasons. They are like a giant cosmic clock, providing a rhythm for life on earth. They are described not as deities to be worshipped, as many ancient cultures believed, but as created objects with a specific function given to them by God. They serve creation. They are not to be served. With the environment and the cosmic clock in place, Day 5 sees the world filled with living creatures. God commands, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." God created the great creatures of the sea and every living thing with which the water teems, and every winged bird according to its kind. For the first time, we see the introduction of what the Hebrew text calls nephesh, which can be translated as soul or living being. These are creatures that move and breathe. The seas are filled with fish and massive sea creatures, and the sky is filled with birds. God then blesses them, saying, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." This is the first blessing in the Bible, given to these living creatures, commanding them to thrive and multiply. The world is becoming louder, more active, and more alive. Finally, we reach the 6th day, the climax of the creation week. Like day 3, it has 2 parts. First, God says, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals." And so, the land is filled with animals of all shapes and sizes. But the work of day 6 is not yet complete. Then comes the most significant moment of creation. God says, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." This is a profound statement. Unlike the animals who are made according to their kinds, humanity is made in the image of God. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. This is the pinnacle of God's creative work. Humanity, both male and female, uniquely reflects the nature of their Creator. They are given a special role, a responsibility to rule over, or perhaps better translated, to act as stewards and caretakers for the rest of creation. This isn't a license to exploit, but a call to govern with the same wisdom, care, and goodness that God has shown in creating the world. God then blesses them, repeating the command to be fruitful and multiply, to fill the earth and subdue it, reinforcing their special place and purpose within the created order. All the plants and fruits are given to them and to the animals for food. After creating humanity, God looks over everything he has made: the light, the sky, the seas, the land, the plants, the sun, moon, and stars, the birds, the fish, the animals, and now humanity. And the verdict is no longer just good. The verse says, "God saw all that he had made, and it was very good." This is a declaration of complete satisfaction. The work is finished, and it is perfect. The chaos is now a cosmos, a beautifully ordered, vibrant, and harmonious world filled with life and purpose. And with that, the 6th day concludes. The 6 days of creation are complete. In just 31 verses, the book of Genesis has laid out a breathtaking vision of the world's origin. filled with order, beauty, and purpose, all flowing from the will of a single, powerful, and good Creator. What a journey! In just these first few minutes, we've witnessed the creation of the entire universe, as told in Genesis. Next week, we'll dive into chapter 2, which gives us a second, more intimate creation account, focusing on the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. We'll explore the concepts of the Sabbath, the creation of woman, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The story is just getting started, and the drama is about to unfold. Thank you so much for joining me for this first episode. I hope it has sparked your curiosity and given you a fresh perspective on these ancient and powerful words. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. See you next time as we continue our journey through the Bible.